On this episode of the Powers Point podcast, it's long time no see as we catch up with a Canadian woman who is not only an actress, a writer, and a producer, but now has a new title to her resume of life, that is a mother. Please welcome longtime friend of the podcast, Trish Rainone DiLuzio. Hey, Scott, give this mama a beat.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Powers Point Podcast, Season 5, Episode 29. As JB told you at the beginning of the show, we got a returning guest. I think this marks her 15th or 16th time on the pod with us. And as Jim said, you know, she's got a lot of titles behind her, from teacher to improv to acting. Now she's a mother. It's very cool to see her over the last year and going through, you know, the pregnancy announcement all the way up till now. Her daughter was born in April. So what's that put her at, 7 or 6 months?
Yeah. Well, about five coming up, I thought.
5 or 6 months. And I'm not the mathematician here.
Oh my gosh.
My name's Scott Powers, and if you were just joining us for the first time, welcome to the show. We talk about anything and everything with the exception of two things. We don't talk religion. We don't talk politics. There are thousands and thousands of podcasts that are dedicated to those two subjects. So, hey, I don't want to take away from them. And plus, we don't want to be the cause of fighting at the dinner table. Joining me, as always, is the one and only Jim Banks.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I don't know why I asked them. They can't answer. Or maybe they are.
They may be, man. Maybe they're riding in their car right now and they're like, hey, I'm doing good, Jim. Thanks for asking. Nobody else did today.
They're like, Scott, I'm talking to Jim. Would you just quit interrupting me? 20 minutes, I'll just go, uh-huh. Is that true? Wow, that's cool.
It's been about 2 weeks since you recorded the pod. What have you been up to, man? Anything interesting? Anything fun? School's back in session, right?
Yes, school started back up, 5th grade for the little man. And he's all...
Was he looking forward to it?
Well, he's all nervous and stuff, but I told him, you're the big man on campus. You're at elementary school, and it's next year that you're going to be going to the middle school, 6th grade. That's when everybody, even I told him I used to get scared when I went to middle school, and like, you feel like the youngest group there, and then all these older kids are like driving cars and stuff almost. And
now it's been a while since I was in elementary school, but we had kindergarten through 6th grade, and then we moved to the next school at 7th grade. So now you're saying...
Well, no, ours, where we are, it was kindergarten to 5th grade, and then 6th, 7th, 8th is middle school, the 3 of them. And then high school is the final 4 for high school.
You are in a different building, though, in 6th grade, or the same?
It's 6th grade's a different building. It's for the 3 grades, and pretty much they're getting them. Pretty much it's just getting ready for high school, really.
I think the first time I went to 7th grade, I was so used to 6 or 7 years of when the bell rang, you go to recess.
Yeah.
And then there was no recess no more, man. And I really felt like I lost my rights.
I don't know if he's doing recess still like now. I thought he heard from an older kid last year that 5th graders don't do recess. So I don't know, they might have started it early. You just got to go to the next class.
We are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to be joined by our friend of the show, Trish. So we'll be back after these messages.
Welcome to Ye Olde House of Toys, your one-stop shop for all things action figures and toys. From new to old, wrestling to Star Wars, Marvel to DC, pop figures and more, we've got it all for you. Step into our magical world of imagination and let your inner child run wild as you explore our vast collection of collectible toys. Whether you're a fan of epic battles or heroic adventures, we've got something for everyone here at Ye Olde House of Toys. So why wait? Come visit Ye Olde House of Toys, located at 545 East 110th Avenue in Crown Point, Indiana. inside the Crown Antique Mall. Like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Yield House of Toys. Yield House of Toys, taking your toy collection to the next level.
So real fast, Jimmy, I seen his going to school pictures. He looked like he was in a okay mood. He was going to the man of the campus, like you said.
Yeah, he was happy. He was nervous, but last 3 days he said it was pretty good.
Right, and all new teachers?
Yeah, they just expect more work from 5th grade because you've got to get ready for elementary, and they don't play around with homework and that.
Now, does Hobart get a lot of homework? Like Lake Station, the teachers don't really believe in giving homework. It's
they didn't believe.
Class.
Yeah, they didn't believe it in the younger grades, but now he's like not doing it sometimes or forgetting, and we're like, you got to get on top of that. It all depends on the teachers you get.
On the air with us right now is, like I said, she's like the biggest friend of the podcast that we have. Definitely a record holder. Nobody even comes close to her for being on the pod. Maybe Natalie with 2 or 3 that she's been on. You are here, like Jim said at the beginning of the show, you've got many titles. You've got podcaster, I'll say, acting, improv teacher, just like you're all over the place, and now mother.
Now I'm really all over the place. All over the place, losing my mind.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say her name on?
Sure. It's Lucy, and she's actually just off camera. And well, I know there's probably not. This is a podcast, so it's audio, but she's next to me anyways in her little baby chair.
Great. I want her to hear these questions we're about to ask you.
Okay.
So let's just jump right into this. I got a couple questions here for you because parenting, I started being a parent when the kid was 12. So I totally skipped all them years. Thank God. I don't know if I could handle it like you guys did. As you know, Jim, he has a son and you with a daughter. So you guys can kind of get what each other's coming from. What's the weirdest advice someone has given you about raising a child so far?
Oh, you know what? My mother-in-law is from Italy, and she has a lot of superstitions that come from, I guess they're like Italian superstitions. So when the baby, she'd come over when the baby was newborn, she'd say, "How did the baby sleep?" And I'm like, she woke me up every hour and a half, which is pretty typical for a newborn. And she thought she wanted to find all these reasons. So she's like, hang a garlic over the baby, a turn of the baby's outfit inside out, and the baby asleep at night. Like she's got all these superstitions. And I'm like, I'm not going to try that. No, just not going to do it.
Or you just lie and say, yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. And that's why she's not sleeping. It's all your fault. It's nothing I'm doing wrong.
Now she smells like garlic all the time.
Now she smells like her dad.
Oh,
Julian loves garlic, and I'm a garlic person, but not to the extreme. Like he would eat garlic in ice cream or chocolate milk if that was socially acceptable. In fact, I think he actually does. Should ask.
I forgot one thing. You forgot one thing. Gummy worms.
Gummy worms. He would eat garlic with gummy worms. We've got a big tub of gummy worms that he's working on right now, and yeah.
Jim, you don't understand. They got a separate wing off their house that's a refrigerated wing that's just full of chocolate milk.
Oh my gosh. Like a humidor or something for cigars, but it's garlic and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
A whole room.
Yeah, that's for you. He's got like the Dexter kill room, but it's just chocolate milk.
Oh my gosh. Splatter all over.
They got to buy some stock in the chocolate milk company. It'll pay off in the long run just off that household alone.
That'll pay for your college, Lucy.
Jim, being a parent, have you had any weird advice when you first started being a father or now even?
Well, when Jimmy was young, my mom forgot about the advice, but to tell me, and he was too old, but when he was real young, she told me, oh, I wanted to tell you, it was something weird. She said back at her family or something, she heard that if you take a baby and you put him in the center of like a table or something in the floor, and you put certain objects around in a circle, like a ruler or like that pertain to jobs. And if the baby crawls to one of them, then that's what you start teaching them and focus them on, because they instinctively went to that item, like a baker or like a a mechanic or something. I'm like, what? I'm like, I've never heard of that.
Well, in these days, people do so many different career trajectories and U-turns. I can't imagine.
Yeah, maybe turn of the century when there's only a couple options. He's going to be a tailor. Okay, he's a tailor.
Yeah, now you can be anything and you can do multiple careers. That's fun. I kind of want to try
My son,
Pollock just to see what she does.
Jim's son, is just entering 5th grade, so kid's still relatively young.
Yeah.
All right, so has there been a sound that Lucy has made that you swore was a word, but no one else believed you?
Well, today I took videos of her because I say I love you, and she's like, ah, and then she didn't get the you part. But one night she did do it, and I wasn't taking a video. So now I try to get her on video doing it, but I think it was just like a one-time fluke thing. But she is really good at imitating sounds because she'll get the I love, but today she didn't get the you. And hi, she does hi and hey. She knows when you see people, you say hi or hey. But the I love you one was the best one, and it just happened the once. But today she got she got pretty close, and I have video footage. I have the evidence.
She's getting ready for her interview. Her first interview is going to be on the PowerPoint, so
She is a talker. She babbles a lot, so she would love podcasting.
That's funny about parenting, where you swear that you're going to like record everything and get everything with the cameras and stuff, and you're just violently trying to like, okay, how about now? And then and it's when you like forget about it or like have your phone away from you, and then they do something and you're like, and you're like screaming to go run to get it.
Yeah, and then you try to get them to do it again, and they'll never do it again.
Nope, they don't.
No, they know.
Jim, do you remember, because that's a big deal, when a kid's his or her first word? Do you remember what Jimmy's first word was?
I don't remember the first word, but one of them that was the first one that really got me is when he said dad. And I actually was like tearing up, and I didn't think I would. And I'm like, oh my God, because we had a little thing. Is he going to say mom or dad first? Every parent like fights and tries to get the kid to say it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember where, but this one, I remember the feeling. And when he first said dad, and it's just like hit me like a punch right to the gut. I was like, oh my God, my child said dad. And then you think of your dad, and then he, his dad. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a real moving moment.
All right. Your wife says, so what? He already said mom the other day, and
yeah, exactly.
Just to one up you.
Oh, he's
put you in your place. Yeah. There's so many moments like that where you're like the most stressed out you've ever been. But then also there's moments where it's like, then you're the most sentimental you've ever been, and you don't foresee either of these things happening.
Yeah.
Parenting is blood ride.
Is there a baby product for either one of you guys that you wish came in an adult size? Like a king size crib?
Yeah, like the little swing she's in right now. I'd like to just curl up in a swing and have someone rock me. I mean, I guess I have a rocking chair, but it's just not quite the same. I think it's just her lack of responsibilities on top of hanging out in the swing. That would just be nice to like just sit in a little swinging chair. Like your big worry is, when am I going to get milk again?
Well, you could reach up and you can crank the handle, and then it just starts rocking you.
Yeah.
Well, at least my old school one did.
They always make the stuff they come out with, the cribs and the beds and all that, and the toys. They always come out with better stuff every year, and you're like, oh, I wish they would have had that when he was younger. And then they keep making better stuff, and I'm like, man, this is compared to when, like the 70s when I was born, like all metal stuff, and like, or you just didn't have anything. They just left you on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'd go for any of this stuff, when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't think I had any sort of restraining devices. My mom, I was just like free for all, climbing the furniture. My mom still tells me, she's like, when you were 2, you were climbing on top of the fridge. She's like, you have to watch her. I'm like, what do you mean on top of the fridge? How did I get up there? Like, I didn't have any sort of baby swing or anything. I was just crawling throughout the entire house on my own. But she had 4 kids, and it was the 80s, and
yeah,
those things happened back in the 80s.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that you swore you'd never do as a new parent, but you've already found yourself doing it?
For me, I made a little video about it on Instagram, so I'll just use that one because that's the first to come to mind. But I always kind of thought like when people, I don't know if I'll do this when she's older and when she can understand, but I always kind of thought when people are like, oh, my child's my bestie, they're my best friend. I'm like, I don't know, because like they're not your friend, they're your child. But then like 2 months in, I was like, you're my little bestie. Besties, we're best friends. We're best friends. But, that being said, once she can understand what I'm saying, I might not say it because I want her to have like a little bit of, I want her to have some rules and see me as a bit of an authority figure and not her best friend.
Now, are you hoping that as she gets older that she'll catch the acting bug, such as yourself?
I think she will. Julian wants her to more than I do, which is ironic because Julian isn't really an actor other than the things I force him to be in. He's in finance and he's not doing anything in the arts, but he keeps saying, have you seen any more like we submitted her for a commercial because he wanted her to, and he's like, oh yeah, we'll go to Toronto and we'll do the commercial. That's okay. We can stay with family and we can fly down and we'll go to set with her. So I did submit her for a commercial and she didn't get the audition. And he was very disappointed. And I was relieved. I don't want to take her on an airplane. I feel like she'll scream the whole time. And then I haven't been putting her face on social media very much. And I've put like maybe a couple photos that are a little discreet. I usually try to put something over her face or I just put it on the story where it expires. But he's like, yeah, let's get her into acting. Let's do it.
See, you and Julian, you guys seem like you would be like so cool and fun parents. Julian, I see him carrying her, like yesterday's picture. I'm surprised he hasn't taken her to the gym yet.
I'm surprised too, actually. I think that's where he is right now. I think when he carries her around, he's like also getting his workout in. So he's excited about that. That's the best thing he does is carrying her around. He's really good at that. When I'm kind of like getting screamed at and spit up on and she's sick of me and I'm like, I can't get her to soothe, then he'll take her and walk around with her. And I think he's pretty excited about that because it's like a workout.
Now, since he's not there on the slide, what crazy thing does he do as a dad, a new dad?
He's just way too chill. And I like mom anxiety and OCD. And everyone says to me like, oh, you didn't used to be this way. You used to be chill. Why are you like this? And now I'm having like panic attacks and OCD. And I definitely I'm the worried parent. And he's just like, oh, yeah, no problem. We can do that. Yeah, we'll take her. No problem. We'll go out to a cottage an hour and a half away. And then she screams the whole time in the car and I'm freaking out. And he's like, yeah, it's all good. So I think just the biggest thing is that he's too chill. Like, why are you so chill? Take some of my worries.
You're all worried about her, and then you look over and he's just trying to give her garlic and stuff. Like, come on, eat it. You're like, that's parenting?
Yeah. Not supposed to have chocolate milk.
Yeah, that's a weird thing is what you discover when you have a kid, and then the kid's sick. And then you're freaking out and you go to the hospital or the doctor and they're like, oh, we can't give them nothing. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't give them nothing? No, they're not at that age. And then that's when they're getting sick all the time and you're freaking out. Like, look, I have to give him something. This is ridiculous. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, I guess for like I just gave her she's almost 5 months. So I just gave her baby Tylenol for her gums, like for teething. Why not to do the Tylenol? I do like Oragel and whatever, like the baby Oragel. But they said you could do baby Tylenol once they're 4 months. But before that, I was just telling everyone we came over, like, put on a mask, sanitize your hands, and then you feel uptight. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to do with the baby sick.
You got to Google something or ask your mother or grandparent, like, hey, what did you guys do in the old times? Come on.
I'll tell you what they did back in the old days. My grandfather used to take bourbon and rub it on my gums, whiskey. Yeah, I don't know how that flies nowadays, but.
Yeah, my mom calls me to do this game. I'm like, I don't think so. I think I'll stick Oragel, this baby Oragel.
you get pulled over or something for speeding and they got alcohol breath on your kid. And
Yeah. The 80s was a wild time. But the funny thing is, like, so all the parents, like our parents, the grandparents, the baby boomers, they'll give me a lot of advice, but they haven't been reading up on any of the new research. So a lot of the advice I'm getting, like my mom wanted me to give her some ice cream. She hasn't eaten yet. And she just has milk and like breast milk. And she's like, oh, she looks like she wants that ice cream. Just give her a little bit. And then his mom wanted to give her honey when she was like 2 months old. She grabbed a spoon and put honey on it and went to give it to her. And we're like, oh, she's not eating yet. And then I looked it up and honey is like, it says honey can paralyze children if you give it to them before a year. So I'm like, I'm doing all the research. And then I feel like the grandparents haven't researched anything since we were kids. And I'm just a nervous wreck because I'm like, they can't have honey. They can't have ice cream. She's not eating foods yet. Just don't try to give her food. Just back off.
When my son was young, we were desperate on not letting him have McDonald's or any fast foods.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we want him to go as long as he can without it.
Yeah.
But then he goes to grandma's and we realize she is taking him to fast foods. And I just started screaming and like throwing a fit. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, because everything they're doing and trying so hard to do goes out the window when they go to the grandparents' house.
Yeah, and we wouldn't cuss around him and stuff. And over at grandma's house, it's like a bar and stuff, just everybody cussing and screaming. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That's why they sitcoms about families, because families like in real life it is a sitcom.
Lynn Marie used to say she'd never ever swear in front of her kid, but now she's got the mouth of a pirate. And it's like, yeah, I thought you weren't going to swear.
And then she became a parent and realized, let's do swearing.
The one day I couldn't find my dog in the house. And when there's like strangers in the house, the dog plays hide and go seek and you'll never find that dog. And my grandkid, Caroline, she's like, where's that little bastard at? And I was like, what did you just say? And Lynn's like,
Wow.
it's okay. It's okay.
She doesn't know what it means.
I mean, she's 11. She damn well knows what it means.
Oh, she's 11. Well, never mind. Yes, she does. Lucy's getting chatty. She wants to see what's going on.
So at this moment, what Disney or Pixar character does she closely resemble? Her personality. Which Disney character would she?
Disney.
Or has she recognized one or like liked one more than every other one?
I'd say she'd be like one of those little minions. They're like little googly eyes.
Hey, I got googly eyes still. Don't.
You're the oldest minion there is.
Oh, and they're very adorable. They're big eyes and she likes yellow. Yellow is a favorite color. So yeah, I'm going to go with a minion.
What is the newest superpower that you've unlocked since becoming a new mother, like falling asleep in 30 seconds or being able to catch spit up in the midair? What have you unlocked? I know these are getting harder.
Yeah, this is hard. I would say, yeah, if everything that used to feel like a regular, easy thing to do, now feels like you need superhero powers to do it.
Yeah.
Getting in the car and today I took her to an appointment by myself, and that was a feat. Just packing the diaper bag, getting her in the car seat. She was crying, then she fell asleep. Then we went to the building that we were told to go to for this appointment. It was desolate. No one was there. There was a sign up saying they had moved to another location. So I get her back in her car seat in the stroller because it snaps into the stroller. And then there was no ramp. So I had to go upstairs with this huge stroller. And then I had to get down the stairs with the stroller and then go down the street to where I parked, go to the new location to be told, no, it's at the other location, but there's a second floor and you have to go in the back of the building.
That sounds shady.
And then, so then I go back to the other location. I'm sweating. It's like 40 degrees, which is 100 degrees in American. And yeah, just like by the time I got to this appointment, I was exhausted. She was like, do. She just woke up. She was slept through it, most of it. And then the whole way home, she screamed. I pulled over into a mall parking lot to fan her off because it was hot and the AC felt like it wasn't working. She had to feed and she wouldn't take the bottle. So then I was feeding her in the back seat, breastfeeding her. And it's just like, it was it felt like a whole day's work to just get her to this like 2-minute appointment for them to be like, yeah, her eyes are great. She has great eyesight. She's good. Come back in a year.
It's probably endurance then, the superpower.
Yes, that is it. Endurance. Because I'm doing this off like half the sleep I used to get.
This is a big question here.
Okay.
If Lucy could access Google review or Yelp, what kind of review would she leave for you?
She would say, this lady isn't as cool as dad. She's always around me. I like her when I get milk from her. Sometimes she wants to set me down in this bassinet or in a swing, or she wants to carry me in a carrier, and I don't like that. I think she should be able to just hold me in her arms 24/7. And she is unable to do that, so I give her a 6 out of 10. That's what she'd say.
A 6 out of 10, still good. It's more than half.
Yeah, I think she likes me, but she just, I think she would have some criticisms because I have to go to sleep and put her in her bassinet. And I have to sometimes go to the washroom and put her in a carrier or, or the swing.
The best thing is when you get those little accomplishments, but they're not little to you. It's like when he was in that size, it was, like get him out of diapers. That was a huge goal. And I'm like, oh, do anything just to get him out of diapers. And once you get that goal, you feel like you went to college or something. You're like, oh my God, thank goodness. And then the next one is getting out of a car seat into a seat belt. And it's like those milestones are like just such landmarks for you. And you're like, it takes off that pressure. You're like, oh my God, finally at this level and I'm at the next level.
So it's kind of like like Super Mario.
Yeah.
So get to the next level, the next level, the next level. And then all of a sudden they're like 12 years old and they seem like a little teenager. And then it's sad. Like I know with my nieces and nephews. And then it's bittersweet. You're kind of sad because you're like, they're so independent. Like now you're not that little tiny child anymore.
And they're starting to like sass back talk you. And you're like, listen here, what I went through to get you frickin' where you are, buddy.
And they don't remember it.
No.
Remember that.
What is the strangest sound or song when Lucy has a meltdown that magically calms her down?
Oh, she loves airplane, like the airplane propeller sound.
Okay. Man, that puts me to sleep too.
Yeah, same now because I have to play it for her and I sleep in the same room as her. So now it puts me to sleep as well.
And then every now and then you hear that bing, bing. How about you, Jim? When Jimmy had a meltdown, what was a song or something that I know it was a while ago?
Usually it was like one of the cartoons or videos, like the theme song or something, or I just start singing it or something. And if I start singing it, it would make him laugh and calm down and stuff. Because then he'd try to like sing with me and stuff. And it was just like, all right, come on.
Now, Trish, do you find that you become a lyricist when you're like bouncing her on your knee or rocking her and all of a sudden you start coming up with a song that you start singing to her and just
Yeah, you make up songs where you narrate what's happening or you sing songs from like, there's this one baby song. It's supposed to be scientifically proven to be loved by babies and calm them by Imogen Heap, I believe is how you pronounce it. And I think it's just called the baby song. And it goes like, whoosh, whoosh, the helicopter, bing, 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 swoosh, swoosh, the aeroplane, ding, 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 choo-choo train, the aeroplane, bum, 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 whoosh. It's intense. There's a lot of sounds going on, so I sing that to her often.
Now our listeners that are in their car having a bad day or listening to us in the headphones or sitting in the back pew of a church listening to us instead of a sermon, you just put them in a good mood because your rendition.
Oh, I hope so. So it's either that or some Britney Spears. There's phases I go through. Pink Pony Club was a phase. Miss Rachel songs. Ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. all those good songs that I remember from when I was a kid too.
See, I'm so old. I don't remember anything. Like,
And do you and Julian have like different things you don't like to do, and you try to pawn it off on the other one to do, like change a diaper or pick up all the toys or something? Or
I just, the second he gets home, I want him to hold Lucy because I feel like there's a list running in my head when I'm alone with her of all the things I want to get done. So if he'll hold her for like 10 minutes, I have never gotten a to-do list done faster. I will like run around and do all the things that are on my mental to-do list in that 10 minutes if you'll hold her. So the biggest relief is just like, I'm like, just please hold her so I can do some other things.
because you're afraid he's just going to go, Trish, and you're like, I'm not done with the stuff.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets home, then he wants to like go and eat or go play Candy Crush or do the thing he does. But it's like, you just left me. You need to come hold your baby.
Well, that sounds like another superpower that you can clean the whole house in like 10 minutes and get the whole big to-do list down. And
That's true. Yeah, you really do learn to clean
Because you got to do stuff.
or shove things in a closet.
Because what people don't realize is parenthood is just one long hostage situation, except there's nobody coming to save you.
That kind of puts it
depressing there. No one's coming to save you.
but with lots of cute smiles. Like today,
Yeah.
the optometrist or eye doctor said that when she smiles, she lights up the world, and that she made their day by bringing her in. So and I feel that way about her too. As much as chaos, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I signed up for this, and there's like no break until she's 18. It's also the most rewarding thing, and those little smiles get you.
Yeah. When you're freaking out and you're like, please, could you just help me out here? And they're like being fussy or something. And then, like you said, that smile or that look just pays it all off. And you're like, all right, I endured that. Okay.
Yeah, it's so true.
So, how long do you think you would last on a show called Survivor Parenting Edition?
I feel like that's my life right now. Are there cameras? Is this the Truman Show? Are you revealing to me that this is what I've been on?
Maybe. So, I felt bad, during your pregnancy because you couldn't have coffee. You couldn't, like, I know you love coffee, so, like, I was, like, wanting to drink a lot of coffee in your honor. I was like, I can drink enough for her.
I love that.
And then, like, you got the diabetes from being pregnant. You got
Oh, what a hard
a lot of things you couldn't do, being uncomfortable, at times. And I'm like, oh man, I was like really like rooting for you, like, oh, you could do this. And then I started counting down because I'd be like, oh man, you only got a couple more weeks, and and then at least I got to meet you. It's been a year.
I know. It's almost a year since we met in person, even though we've been chatting for like 10 years. It's almost been a year since we actually met in person. I can't believe it. And I was so mocked it. I don't know if you knew I was pregnant yet at the Comic-Con, but I'm just going to stand up. And
you had told me.
But yeah, I was really nauseous. In fact, I actually, when we shot some stuff for Pink is in the movie, I fell over. Like I didn't fall over because I knew it was coming, but I was I gotta sit down. And then I was just shaking, and I had morning sickness so bad all day. They brought me some pizza. They fanned me down. It was great. They're a good team. And then I was like, okay, now I can film again. But it was hard.
That's one of my biggest regrets, is because I told the wife I'd be home by a certain time because Kim, Lisa, and everybody invited me to come see the shoot for the final scene. And, like whatever you were doing for the movie, which I still haven't seen yet.
I'm biased, but I really, really enjoyed it. I thought the edit was just awesome. I actually enjoyed it I like it as a movie. I really like it as a movie, even though it's a series as well. The movie is just so contained. It's like all the best moments and a little bit more.
And it's because of you that, like, I've become friends with almost the whole cast of this show. And
Such a fun cast.
that one, you know,
Totally fun.
it's not like they were a one and done with the podcast, because I still talk to like Margaret a lot. I still talk to Sarah, Alexis, Natalie. Like I talk to them like all the time. I already told Lisa that she has to come back on here for her new show that they just did. I'm like ready to see you like jump back on camera and do your thing. And
Your wish is my command. I just did a shoot yesterday with Sioux Film Festival. Nothing like no movies or TV, but we did a little shoot. Oh, Lucy. He's like, let me talk or get off this email. Yeah, we did a shoot yesterday for Sioux Film Festival. I'm doing a commercial this week.
as always, Trish, it's been very cool to have you on the show, and we really appreciate you taking the time out from being the motherhood. Just, I know that has to be a lot, and thank you, Lucy, for allowing her to come on for half hour and letting you talk to us. And yeah, anytime you want on talk about more parenting skills or something, you're more than welcome. Or if it's the do your thing, or to just come on and hang out.
Hanging out with you guys and chatting with you, and appreciate all the support over the years and just the conversations and friendship.
All right, Trish, I really appreciate you more than you know, like as a friend, as an actor. Like I really do appreciate everything you do.
Aw, likewise.
We will talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. As always, thanks again to Trish for taking the time out from being a mom and jumping on the pod with us. And I enjoyed this conversation as much more than I thought I would. You know, it's fun. It's something that I can never experience. So hearing from you guys, it was fun. So before we take off, I just want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in with us, and thank you for always popping in. And since making the move over to Podbean, our numbers have done good because they haven't come over since Buzzsprout. So they
Yeah.
started from scratch again. So we're doing pretty good. It's going to be a whole new format if people are wondering, hey, where's Keith at? Well, Keith's going to be doing the live show. Jim's on the flagship here, and we're going to knock this out and get better numbers and try to do things a little different. A topic that you want us to cover on the podcast, just hit us at PowersPoint Podcast at yahoo.com in the subject. Just put a show topic. It could be anything and everything except, like I said, no religion, no politics, because I'm not an expert at that, and I don't even want to try.
Nope.
So, Jim, before we get out of here, man,
Yes, sir.
what do you got for the quote for today?
All right. This quote is, "We are all imperfect parents, and that's okay. Tiny humans need connection, not perfection."
I really like that.
Yeah, it sounded great, because
And
every parent thinks that they're screwing up, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect.
I mean, it's a
Kid's not
learning
gonna-
experience for life.
Yeah, and kids don't remember that you weren't perfect and stuff. They're just going to remember you were there for them and that you connected with them and you listened to them and helped them and loved them mainly.
And it's an ever evolving situation. Like as a parent, you got to adapt with the times that are coming instead of the
Yeah.
times that were in the past, even though we're still here and our parents have done something different.
Yeah.
You know, like the no helmets, no knee pads on a bicycle, which I still laugh at to this day, or riding a bike on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk, ride your bike. You know, everybody wants to like ride in the traffic. So, but Jim, as always, I appreciate you being here, and the listeners, I appreciate each and every one of you, and so does Jim. But again, hit us up at PowersPointPodcast at yahoo.com. You can check out the new website that this is a long one, so play it in slow motion, half speed, but powerspointpodcast.podbean.com. And you can actually leave us messages on every episode. If you liked it, give us the thumbs up, leave a comment. One of us will reach back out to you there. So with that, I bid each and every one of you adieu until next week.
Later.
Jim,
Yes.
you have a great day and a great week. And
You too.
and we will get with you about next week's show. So I'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
I don't need a name carved in stone. I don't need the world to know. The only thing I hope they see is love when they remember me. It's not the money, not the things I've done. It's the laughter echoing when the day is done. If I can teach them how to stand, how to hold on, how to understand, then I've left a piece of me alive in little hands reaching for the sky. I don't need a crown to wear just to know my heart is there. In their stories, in their eyes, that's the legacy I'll leave behind. Late night cries and tired eyes, but I'd never trade these lullabies. Every scar, every sleepless year built the voices I'll always hear. Time will steal the days we know, but the seeds we planted will still grow. If I can teach them how to stand, how to hold on, how to understand, then I've left a piece of me alive in little hands reaching for the sky. I don't need a crown to wear just to know my heart is there. In their stories, in their eyes, that's the legacy I'll leave behind. Someday they'll walk away, build their own roads far from mine. But if love is what they carry, then I'll live on through time. If I can teach them how to stand, how to hold on, how to understand, then I've left a piece of me alive in little hands reaching for the sky. I don't